Now then, the new world record for the highest ever rugby league game at the top of Mount Killimanjaro. It was 5,760 metres up.
Which is very high up. It was organised by friends of Steve Prescott, the St Helens rugby league player who died of stomach cancer 2 years ago. He became famous for his bravery and his endurance challenges, which is what inspired this latest expedition.
Yeah, Briers, who played for Warrington and St Helens, and Adrian Cunliffe, who helps run the Steve Prescott Foundation. He's a trustee, came into the studio to tell us more.
You can train as much as you like for walking up a mountain, but you can't prepare for what's going to hit you with the altitude sickness.
So what was it like?
It was horrendous, you know, stinging headaches, throwing up daily, you know, 2-3 times every hour.
Did you get used to it though?
No, you just got on with it. You know, it's part of what our foundation's about. You know, the mind believes what the body achieves, and you just got to get on and take the next step. And like I said, the teamwork what went in with 38 of us was just immense, and that got you through it.
Adrian, you've done this before, so you're to blame, really, aren't you?
Absolutely, yes. In 2013, I took a team of 12 up the mountain. It was Steve Prescott's idea to do so. Sadly, Steve was too ill to come with us back in that time. So when this year came around, well, in fact, it was 14 months ago, we as a foundation sat down and we felt it was time to talk about Killimanjaro again. And I was asked, would I put a team together? And the team grew to 38 people strong.
How high up were you before you thought, my goodness, this is awful? When did it feel like that?
Probably day 2.5, you're around the 4,000 metre barrier, and that's when you start to feel a bit peculiar. And you get to the end of that day, you're 4,800 metres, and you're pretty much starting to lose control of your faculties at that point.
So when you got to the summit, what was that like?
It's euphoria, it's emotional. You forget that you're cold and you're hungry and you're weak. You forget all of that, and you just look around and you just wait for all your team to come together, and you just look up and you just say, you know, this one's for you, Steve.
And Lee, playing, you know, you've played rugby league forever and ever, so what was it like actually playing up there?
It was how I liked it, really, nice and slow. Yeah, it was, you know, it was horrendous. You literally couldn't get out of a nice slow walk. If you tried to, you know, you lost all breath.
You have raised a lot of money, it's fair to say, which is what it's all about, I'm guessing.
There's a lot of costs go into putting on this sort of expedition, huge costs, but we're £125,000 in profit at the moment, with hopefully a lot more to come in before Christmas.
What do you think Steve would have made of all this?
I think he'd have just accepted it and moved on to the next challenge. You know, a challenge isn't a challenge unless it's challenging, is something that Steve would say. This was the ultimate challenge, I believe, to play the world's highest game of rugby league. I think he'd be immensely proud. He'd dust himself down and he'd be starting to think, how do I beat that?
I think
and get me involved.
He'd give you a big pat on the back, I'm sure of that. Well done.
Yeah, and we'd raise a glass of Sambuca as well. He'd always raise a glass of Sambuca at the end of a challenge to salute a job well done.
Well, gents, thanks very much for coming in and talking to us, and when you do your next challenge, please let us know.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, what a great achievement, such nice guys as well. OK.